Roughly 16,272 murders were committed in the United States during 2008. Of these, about 10,886, or 67%, were committed with firearms. The battle against the ownership of guns has gone on ever since the creation of the Second Amendment in 1781. While some people love the right to bear arms, others despise it. In recent years, there has been many mass shootings and many lives have been lost, which has brought further hatred for firearms. The Virginia Tech shooting claimed the lives of 33 people. The Aurora, Colorado theater shooting took 12 lives. Most recently, the Newtown school shooting in Connecticut took the lives of many children. I have personally experienced the fear that has been born within Americans because of guns. One day, I was driving my car with my friend in the passenger seat. Falling victim to boredom, my friend reached into his backpack and pulled out an airsoft gun. This gun looks very similar to the ones cops use on the streets, so unless you own a gun, you may not be able to tell the difference. Coming up to a stoplight, I casually look to my left and see an old lady looking at me as if I had three heads. I quickly come to realize that she is not in fact looking at me, but looking at my friend who was messing around with the toy gun. It was not long before multiple police cars had my truck surrounded, and my friend and I were pulled out of the car at gunpoint. This was the first time I had had a real gun aimed at me in a threatening way, and at the time it was terrifying. Turns out, my life was put on a thin line that day because that old lady thought my friend and I were going to go shoot up a school. The misunderstanding was soon dismissed, and my friend and I were able to drive home in one piece. Why did this old lady immediately assume I was going to shoot up a school? Why is it that people are so afraid of guns? Is it okay for everyone to be able to own and carry a firearm? Some think because guns kill people that they are the root of all evil. Others say that blaming a gun for killing someone is like blaming a spoon for making someone overweight. What should we do about this fear that exists among us? Laws outlying guns have only ever increased murder rates. Every attempt to ban guns in recent years has failed, and if it did succeed, would it work? Are people more afraid of the guns or the psychos wielding the guns? Who is in charge of keeping the people safe?